Okay, so today we're going deep on something pretty interesting.
Oh, yeah.
It's a story about a shark,
Okay.
and we're gonna see what kind of insights we can pull from it for our own lives.
All right, let's get into it.
So we're diving into this narrative
Okay.
to see what it teaches us about dealing with setbacks and the whole perseverance thing. And so the story starts off
Okay.
with this really vivid image.
Okay.
It's a big tank, like mimicking the ocean.
Okay.
And they introduce this shark,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
just designed by nature to be this hunting machine.
The perfect killing machine.
Yeah. And so they release some bait fish
Okay.
right there into the tank
Right.
with the shark. And of course, the shark does what sharks do. It hunts them down.
Right.
And it's just it's described as swift and merciless.
Wow.
Like that's the shark's natural behavior.
That's the expectation, right?
Totally.
You put a shark with some bait fish,
Yeah.
it's gonna eat them.
It's going to eat them.
Yeah.
It's like the circle of life,
Yeah.
But here's where things get interesting.
Okay, I'm listening.
So the biologist decides to change things up.
Okay, how so?
They put in this thick, clear fiberglass partition
Okay.
right down the middle of the tank.
Oh, wow. So now it's like two separate spaces.
Exactly.
Okay.
So now you got the shark on one side,
Right.
and then they release a new batch of bait fish
Okay.
on the other side of the partition.
All right.
So the shark sees these fish.
Yeah.
It's like dinner time, right?
Yeah.
So it goes charging at them, full speed,
Yeah.
ready to just devour them.
Yeah.
And then bam, it slams into this invisible wall.
This wall it can't see.
Yeah. Every time the shark hits the partition.
Damn, that must be so frustrating.
It's so disorienting for it.
Yeah.
Now, to the shark's credit,
Uh-huh.
it doesn't give up right away.
Okay.
It keeps trying over and over again
Yeah.
for like minutes, even hours.
Wow.
But you start to see a change in its behavior.
What do you mean?
It starts to slow down. Like its movements become less forceful.
Yeah.
And then eventually,
What?
it just stops trying.
Oh, wow.
Like completely.
So it just gives up.
It's like it learned that no matter how hard it tries, it's not going to get those fish.
Yeah, it's like it's learned that effort equals pain.
And so it's like, why bother?
Yeah.
And this is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
They keep repeating this experiment
Okay.
over several days.
Okay.
And each time the same thing happens.
The shark keeps hitting the wall.
The shark gets less aggressive, less hopeful.
Right.
Like it's learning that trying just leads to pain.
Yeah.
And that failure is inevitable.
Right. You know, it's like it's accepting its fate.
It's almost like it's resigned to its fate.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting?
Oh,
There's actually some science behind this.
Really?
Yeah, like in behavioral psychology.
Yeah.
There's this whole thing called learned helplessness.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah. Well, basically, it's when you're repeatedly exposed
Yeah.
to a situation where your effort don't lead to any positive results.
Right.
You start to feel like you have no control over the situation, and so you just stop trying.
It's like you give up
Yeah.
before you even start.
Exactly.
Wow. So this is like
Yeah.
a real psychological phenomenon.
It is.
Wild.
And you know what's even crazier?
What's that?
They found that this learned helplessness
Yeah.
can actually have physical effects on your brain.
No way.
Yeah.
So it's not just like a mental thing. It's like a biological thing.
Well, it can actually change your brain chemistry.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's pretty fascinating.
Okay, so back to the shark.
Okay.
So now we get to the most crucial part of the experiment.
Right.
The biologist removes the partition,
Oh, wow. So the tank is completely open now.
completely open.
Okay.
No more barriers between the shark
Yeah.
and those tasty bait fish. But here's the thing, the shark doesn't move. It just stays there.
It doesn't go after the fish?
Nope,
It doesn't even try.
not even a little bit.
Wow.
It's like, it's still trapped.
But the wall's gone.
I know.
So what's stopping it?
The memory of the wall.
The memory?
Yeah, it's been trained, not by the physical barrier,
Yeah.
but by the memory of its failures.
No, so it's like it's still seeing a barrier.
Exactly, even though it's not there anymore.
That's incredible.
It's like it believes the barrier is still there.
So it's like its own mind is holding it captive.
Exactly, and this is where the story gets really real for us.
Okay, I'm listening.
Many of us are that shark.
Oh, wow. I see where you're going with this.
We've all hit those invisible walls in our lives.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know, those setbacks, those rejections, those
Like
things.
moments where you feel like you're hitting your head against a wall.
Exactly. And those experiences,
Yeah.
they can really mess with our minds.
They can make you feel like you're trapped.
Yeah.
Like you're stuck.
And so we start to believe
Mm-hmm.
that certain things are just beyond our reach.
Yeah, even when they might not be anymore.
We become prisoners of our past experiences.
It's like we're living in the past.
I know, and so we stop trying.
Right, because we think it's pointless.
Not because the opportunity isn't there anymore,
Right.
but because we believe it isn't.
We've convinced ourselves that we can't succeed.
And that's the really sad part,
Yeah.
because we're limiting ourselves
We're holding ourselves back.
based on beliefs that might not even be true anymore.
It's like we're letting our past define our future.
I know, it's crazy, right?
It is.
But the good news is,
What's that?
we don't have to be like the shark.
We can break free from that cycle.
So what do? We fight back.
Yes.
We push through.
Keep going.
We tell ourselves one more.
One more.
One more.
I like that.
It's about recognizing that the invisible wall might not be there anymore.
Right.
And choosing to try again.
Even though it's scary.
Even though we've been hurt before.
Yeah.
You know you're at your limit,
Yeah.
but you push yourself to do one more.
It's that mental toughness
Exactly.
that gets you through it.
Or how about one more job application? After you've been rejected like 100 times,
When you feel like giving up.
it's so easy to just throw in the towel.
Yeah.
But you keep going.
You keep applying.
One more phone call
Yeah.
after you've heard no
Right.
over and over again.
It's about not letting rejection define you.
It's about believing in yourself,
Yeah.
even when no one else does. Chase that dream,
Okay.
even when it feels pointless.
When you feel like giving up.
It's about that daily commitment
Right.
to keep
But
going,
when it's hard.
even when you don't see the results.
It's about trusting the process.
I like that, because you never know.
Yeah.
What if the breakthrough is right there,
Right around the corner.
just one try away?
One more effort.
What if you gave up
Yeah.
right before the moment everything was about to change?
Ah, that's a tough one.
It's a scary thought, right?
It is.
Because we've all been there.
Yeah.
Where we've almost given up
Yeah.
on something that we really wanted.
Right.
And then later we realize,
Oh, man.
if I just kept going,
If I had just pushed a little harder.
I would have achieved it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So we have to keep reminding ourselves
Yeah.
that the breakthrough could be right around the corner.
We can't give up too soon.
And that's the difference between us and the shark.
How's that?
The shark stopped believing.
Yeah.
But we don't have to.
We have the power to choose.
We have the power to change our beliefs.
Yeah.
And we have the power to keep going.
Even when it feels impossible.
We've come too far to stop now.
We've been through too much.
We've survived things we thought would break us.
Yeah.
We are stronger
We are more resilient
than we realize.
than we give ourselves credit for.
So when that doubt creeps in,
Yeah.
when that voice in your head whispers, why bother?
Yeah.
You answer back.
What do you say?
One more.
One more.
One more step.
Okay.
One more day.
One more chance.
One more chance to prove to yourself
Yeah.
that the barrier
Yeah.
isn't real anymore.
I love that.
You can't give up now.
You got to keep fighting.
You got to keep believing.
And you got to keep pushing forward.
That's the message.
That's the takeaway.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It's been a good one.
Now go out there
Yeah.
and give it one more.
One more time.
You got this.
I believe in you.